first 8-9 years of my life, I grew up in Bushwick, Brooklyn. And then after that, I moved to Brentwood, Long Island. 0 to 8.5, I was exposed to the birth of hip hop. Like when I was a little kid, Rapper's Delight was out. Somewhere between 8.5 to 9 years old, I met this strange character walking down the street, and his name was Biz Markie. And my life drastically changed after that meeting. He loves this thing called hip hop. So what I didn't know at the time, though, was that he had one foot implanted in hip hop professionally. And he'd be in studio sessions and ciphers and beatboxing and all this stuff. And what he would do is he would bring back the stories and the tapes for me to hear. Now I'm 10, 11 years old. I'm hearing Dougie Fresh and Slick Rick. I'm hearing Treat 'Em Like a Prostitute, the demo. I'm hearing Lottie Dottie, the demo, before any of this stuff was ever a record. And I'm like, yo, I'm like, I don't know what's going on, but I like it. And this is what I want to do. I started DJing about 7, 8 years old. This was in Brooklyn. This was when my brothers had bought turntables. When they went to school and they went to work, I knew how to turn everything on because I watched them do it. I would get myself up on a milk crate because I was too small to reach up to the turntables. I was like this. So I'd stand on a milk crate, I'd turn everything on, and I would emulate and mimic what they would do. I probably did this for a few months. The story was that they came back, they heard the music on, like, it was mom bumping music? Like, I thought my mom's, God rest her soul, they thought that she was, rocking the music. So they come in, and they turned around and looked at the turntables, and they saw me on the turntables. So they told me they watched me for about 20 minutes. And then finally walked in and be like, yo, what are you doing? And then, I panicked. I fell off the crate. I almost broke my arm falling off the crate. It was crazy, but they picked me up. I thought I was going to get the ass whooping of life. And they said, when we first walked in, we probably was going to throw you out that window right there. But we both realized that you're better than the both of us. So keep going. And then after that, I was part of the crew. What you say? I'm EPMD's original DJ. Also, rest in peace, Craig Mack. I'm his original DJ. Prince's original DJ. May he rest in peace. And Beyonce's original DJ. And, it just goes on to Anthony Anderson, Kevin Hart, and everyone else that I work with. But, EPMD was the start. Before music, me and Eric Sermon were friends. We would have lunch period together. I'd bang out a beat on a lunch table and he would rhyme. We discovered music together. One of the things is, as soon as we got to school, he'd be like, yo, Jay, did you hear that new Public Enemy record? Or did you, and I'd be like, yo, E, you gotta hear this guy named Rakim. Now I'm the go-to DJ at all these parties. I'm bringing a microphone with me to the parties and I'm telling E, yo, come down, rap at the party if you want to. So I'm on the party's rocking, people dancing. Somewhere in between, he grabs the mic, I start cutting up a break beat, and Eric is rapping at the parties. So now he's known as my MC. One day, him saying, yo, I got a partner. His name is Parrish Smith. He said, we're gonna make a record. We all went into Charlie Murata's studio, and, we cut the demo, which consisted of It's My Thing, You a Customer, and I think Strictly Business. And they were on the radio within 2 weeks. Within 5 to 6 months, tours were booked overseas. I was just a little too young to go on these overseas tours with EPMD. So happy for my friend Eric Sermon, but I'm mad at the same time that I'm not there with him. So I took another rapper into the studio because I knew how to do it. I said, yo, listen, I like the way you rap. We've been friends since forever. Let's go make a record. His name was MC Easy, but the world would know him as Craig Mack. So I took Craig into the studio and we cut these 2 records. This one was called Just Rhyming. That ended up being the A-side because the record label really liked it. But the B-side record we did was the one that got, critical acclaim and the notoriety from everybody in the industry, and people loved the record. And it was called Get Retarded, AKA the Zoom, Zoom, Zoom record, because I'm on the record doing the bass line with my mouth going zoom, 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 zoom.
At the foreign, if it is crowded, then push down the door and check out the adventures.
Prince happened to be looking for a DJ, and if anybody knows anything about Prince, he was, an extreme musician. He was a genius. And any musician that was down with him was incredible. I get a call at my house. I don't know how they got my number. This was before cell phones. This is such and such from PRN Productions, Prince Roger Nelson. Prince is wondering if you'd like to come out and, maybe have a jam session with him and, maybe audition for the band. I told him to hold on, because this is when crank calling was hot. I put my man on the phone with him. He takes down all the information and says, okay, I'll let him know everything. He gave him my address and everything. So I'm thinking this is a crank call. The next day, I had 2 first-class plane tickets FedEx to me to Minneapolis, Minnesota. I almost shit myself. You can park a 747 inside of his rehearsal facility. So I'm in this airplane hangar. I'm on a riser because this is the band doing band rehearsals. He already knew I was already in the band. I just didn't know it. I flew my turntables and my records out there with me. They paid for all of that. I instinctively, I start grabbing the wires and stuff, and the roadies are like, no, we got this for you. I'm like, oh, no, this is my stuff. I'm real particular. So I'm hooking in the wires, so my head is down like this. I got to show you. I'm like this. I'm hooking stuff up and making sure, the needles are on right and everything. And as I'm looking down, I see these 2, electric blue pumps jump up on the riser. And I look up like this, and Prince is staring me in the face. And you know what he said to me? Man, I'm so glad you could make it. I'm such a huge fan of your work. I'm sure I said to him calmly, oh man, thanks for bringing me out. This is going to be great. And he said, yep. And he walked off and, did his Prince stuff. And we just kept getting ready for rehearsal. But in my body, I'm surprised I could even move after that.
You know about real hip hop. Some DJ shit, baby. Now let's take it 2 steps back. I remember when the DJ would rock the track. Remember when the DJ had the MC back.
I wrote the record. I produced the record. I even engineered the record. I made this record for my culture, for the people that no longer respect my craft. Because DJing itself has gotten to be a watered down novelty, and I'm not having that. I didn't work as hard as I have for my craft to become some type of fly-by-night gimmick. So now I pick up a microphone and I'm gonna show a lot of you clowns that not only do I DJ better than 98% of the DJs on this planet, I can rap better than you. It's meant to spark the battery in the back of these DJs that are getting fucking lazy. And I want DJs to start coming together and showing the unity that we used to have for one another. So Respect the DJ, it will never be my biggest record, but it is by far my most important record ever.